Hello and welcome back. In this video I'll be turning and finishing the segmented bowl that I've been working on for the last few weeks. A lot of you will already have seen the videos where I designed the bowl using Segment Pro and where I prepared the materials and glued up the blank that is mounted on the lathe behind me. If any of you haven't had an opportunity to see those videos yet, then I'll put cards throughout this video so that you can click on them and you can see them at some other point. I'd really recommend that you do view them so that you can see the time spent leading up to the actual turning of this bowl. But without any further ado, we'll go to the lathe and we'll have a look at the bowl and we'll start turning it. Okay, so I have the base block of walnut glued onto a waste block of beech, which will allow me to turn and finish the inside and most of the outside, and then I can reverse it to finish the foot of the bowl properly. So what I'll do to start with is true up the outside and then true up the inside so that it will turn a lot more smoothly on the lathe, and then I'll start to take finishing cuts to get it to the finished thickness that I want for it. Okay, so the inside is finished, turned now, and I've sanded it through to 400 grit, and I'm going to give it the first coat of oil. Right, so the entire bowl has been sanded to 400, burnished with shavings, and been given a coat of oil, and the oil has been burnished as well, and you can see we have a lovely shiny finish to it so far. So the last thing I'm going to do is quickly give it a buff with Yorkshire Grit, just to give it one final smooth over, and then on the inside I'm going to coat it with a stick of pure Carnauba Wax, and on the outside I'll give it a coat of Hampshire Sheen High Gloss down to about this maple ring here, so that I can reverse it around on the coal jaws and finish off the food. And here is the bowl fully finished on the inside with a stick of pure Carnauba Wax for a food safe finish, as it's a fruit bowl, and on the outside we have Hampshire Sheen High Gloss. And I'm really happy with the finish I've got here. I think my finishing ability has really come on since I started turning. I have a wonderful high gloss finish on the outside as well as on the inside. So I'm really pleased with this, and I think, provided I don't have a disaster while trying to do the food, this could well be the best bowl I think I have made so far. So fingers crossed as we go to turn this around. I think rather than just parting this off here, I think I'll just turn the whole thing around on the coal jaws, and I'll part off the waste block then, and then I'll start forming the foot out of the walnut. Okay, so I've parted off the waste block of beech, and while I was doing that I undercut on the walnut here so that I could sit it flat on a table and get an idea of the shape that I have. And I think by looking at it, what I'm going to try and do, even though I've finished it already on the outside, I'm going to try and refine this curve ever so slightly as it comes down to meet the walnut foot. So I'm going to remove this waste walnut that I have here that is sticking out to get an idea of how this is going to come down, and then I'm going to take a few more cuts up around here, and then I'll sand and finish that to tie it all back in again. It'll just give it a more pleasing curve as it comes down to meet the walnut. I'm a lot happier now with the shape we have on the outside of this bowl now. Those refinements hasn't been a lot, it's not taken off very much at all. Most of the shavings here are the walnut from removing the waste that was there. So overall I'm a lot happier with it now, and I've spent a lot of time to blend in the changes that I've made here so that this is a nice sweeping curve. You can't feel any change in it whatsoever now. So the last thing I'll do is do a little bit more shaping around here before paring down the width of the walnut, which will increase the footprint that the bowl will have. As I remove this material, the base of it will get a bit bigger, and then I'll put a little cup in on the underside just to give it a foot for it to sit on. And here we have the finished bowl. I am really pleased with how this has turned out. It is exactly 9 inches in diameter and 4 inches tall, which is precisely how I designed it using Segment Pro. so it really has come out exactly as I had hoped, and I'm really pleased with the final shape that I was able to have on the outside. Never be afraid to go back and make a few refinements if you feel they're necessary, even if you do feel that you have finished it. I'm a lot more pleased with it now than what I was when I first saw the outer shape. It's not always easy to tell when the bowl is sideways mounted on the lathe. You really do have to take it off and sit it on a table to get a real idea of how it is going to look. But I'm really happy with the shape I have now, and I love the colours of the Sapele and the Padauk and the Walnut and the contrasting bands of maple to break up those colours. I think it is without a doubt the nicest bowl that I have made so far, and I look forward to being able to make another bowl that is going to make me feel the same way. But for now, this really is, I think, the nicest bowl that I have ever made. And I hope you've enjoyed watching this video series, if you like, and watching these few videos regarding this bowl. I especially hope that you've enjoyed seeing it being turned and finished, as the turning and the finishing is really what I love most about these things. Thank you again to all of my subscribers. Thank you for your continued support in watching my videos and sharing my channel with those that you know as well. I'm really close now to 1,000 subscribers, so I'm hoping that once this video is live that will maybe give me that last little push to get there, and if not, then it's not going to be very long anyway. But thank you again for watching and for your support, and if you can, please like and share this video, as it will really help my channel grow and become more visible on YouTube. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next project.
Thank you.